Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm coming to you from a very chilly Helsinki Airport in Finland, and I've got something you won't want to miss. I'm about to try out Finnair's short-haul business class, and the big question is this the best short-haul business class in Europe? With 4 flights a day from Helsinki to London, you might be wondering if Finnair's business class lives up to the hype. I'll be taking you through the entire experience from the seat comfort to the food and service to find out if it's worth the upgrade. Plus, while Finnair does use their long-haul A350s and A330s on this route, today's flight is on one of their short-haul aircraft. So you'll get to see the inside scoop on what it's really like to fly business class on one of these planes. So let's find out together. If you're flying business class with Finnair at Helsinki Airport, you get fast-track security and priority check-in. Always a bonus because, let's be honest, nobody enjoys queuing at an airport. Now I have to say, I really like Helsinki Airport. It's undergone a recent transformation and it just feels, well, effortlessly stylish. Think Scandinavian minimalism meets futuristic airport vibes. It's modern, it's sleek, and most importantly, it has that calm, stress-free atmosphere that so many airports seem to lack. And here's a quick word from today's video sponsor, TrainPal. Now we all know that trains in the UK can be really expensive, but what if I told you there's a way to save money every time you travel? Meet TrainPal, the app that helps you find the cheapest train tickets with no booking fees and automatic ticket splitting, which means you always get the best deal. See this? Buying tickets at the station costs more, but with TrainPal, you're guaranteed the lowest price, and if you find it cheaper somewhere else, they'll refund the difference. And here's a little secret. You can also buy a rail card through TrainPal and save 1/3 on fares. But well, there's even more. TrainPal gives you an extra discount on top, so you save even more. And here's the best part. Use code UK277 for 20% off rail cards and up to 5% off UK and Europe train tickets. Just tap apply and boom, instant savings. Cheaper train tickets, no hassle, and also a best price guarantee. TrainPal makes train travel so much better, and that's why I love it. So what are you waiting for, guys? Download the TrainPal app now today and start saving on every trip. I'm going to leave a link in the description of this video, and thank you all for watching. The Finnair Business Class Lounge is about a 10 to 15 minute walk from the check-in area, so it's not exactly right next door, but hey, a little stroll never hurt anyone, and trust me, once you get there, it's definitely worth it. This lounge is absolutely massive, and just like the airport, it's been designed to a really high standard. The main seating areas are mostly open plan, creating a very spacious and airy feel, but if you do prefer a little more privacy, there are some really nice futuristic looking seat pods, perfect if you want to escape the crowds and pretend you're in your own little first class cabin. Also, if you are feeling a little bit grimy from a long journey, private showers are also available. I didn't use one, mainly because I wasn't feeling that adventurous, but if you fancy freshening up before your flight, it's a great option to have. Now, let's talk about the most important part, the food. The dining area features a selection of traditional Finnish cuisine, and I have to say, it was absolutely fantastic. They had the famous Finnair blueberry juice, which I know a lot of people swear by, including myself, but I started with some rye bread and soup. Then I moved on to a fish stew with rice, which I'd never tried before but was surprisingly delicious. And of course, no lounge experience is complete without something sweet. I went for a trio of cakes, and the chocolate marble one was easily the winner. A lot of people use Helsinki Airport as a stepping stone to Asia from the UK or vice versa, and if you're flying business class, this lounge is a brilliant place to break up the journey. The whole experience from the airport to the lounge just felt really premium. But soon enough it was time to board my flight, and I left the lounge feeling very impressed. We were boarding from gate 40, and boarding was done in an impressively orderly fashion, which is not always a given at airports, and as a business class passenger I had priority boarding, meaning I was one of the first on the plane. Now let's talk about Finnair's short-haul business class setup. If you've ever flown British Airways Club Europe, it's very similar. You get a standard economy seat, but the middle seat is left empty, giving you a bit more space and the illusion of privacy. British Airways tends to put a little table in the middle, while Finnair, like most European airlines, just leaves the seat empty. But here's where I got really lucky. It was a super quiet flight, and I ended up with an entire row of free seats to myself. Basically, I had more space than most people do in a long-haul premium economy, which was not bad for such a short flight.
Hei ja lämpimästi tervetuloa Finnairin lennolle.
Stepping on board, the cabin had a very relaxing atmosphere with soft, ambient music playing. I've actually downloaded the Finnair music list from Spotify, and it's something that you can do too. I love the Finnair music, it's very relaxing. So yeah, give it a download. Search Finnair music on Spotify and you'll find a list that they play as you're boarding. It's a really, really good playlist. My first thoughts as seeing the seat were if Finnair had overdone it with the grey. There was an awful lot of it. Looking around the cabin, some seats had blankets placed on them, which was a nice touch. But then it was time to sit down and settle in. Wi-Fi was available free of charge for an hour, which was great. However, disappointingly, there were no charging ports. So if you plan on using the service, make sure your devices are fully charged beforehand. Just before takeoff, I was handed a bottle of water, and then it was time to go.
Thank you. Cabin crew, be ready for manual safety demonstration. Prepare for takeoff.
Once we reached cruising altitude, a nice refreshing warm towel was brought around, but shortly after, the drink service swiftly followed. I opted for Finnair's signature blueberry juice, served in a lovely glass. I've heard this glassware was designed specifically for Finnair and has been in use since 1969. Alongside my drink, I was also given a nice bag of pretzels. Soon after that, the meal service began, and this is where I feel Finnair truly takes the lead over British Airways. I had the chicken schnitzel with potatoes and vegetables, along with a smoked salmon starter, bread rolls, and a Sprite to wash it all down. The starter was superb, the salmon was fresh and full of flavour, the chicken schnitzel was exactly as you'd expect, and honestly, this was probably the best meal I've ever had in a short-haul business class product. To put it bluntly, from a taste perspective, Finnair's offering blows British Airways Club Europe meals out of the water. Proper stainless steel cutlery was also used, which was a nice touch, and to finish off, I was served a warm custard pastry with a coffee. Oh my god, this was unbelievably good. Just a small detail of serving the pastry warm rather than cold made all the difference. For me, it's these little details that Finnair consistently gets right, and they really do elevate the whole experience. Shortly after that, another drink service came around, and I went for a Coke Zero and was also served 2 premium solid milk chocolates, which put the perfect finishing touch onto a fabulous meal experience. Once everything had been cleared away, we were already beginning our descent into London, so let me quickly sum up my thoughts. I really enjoyed this experience. I flew from London to Helsinki on Finnair's long-haul aircraft and absolutely loved it. If you haven't seen that review, I'll link it at the end of this video, so be sure to check it out. After spending a few hours in Helsinki Airport, I flew back on this short-haul aircraft, which I also absolutely loved. If you're travelling from Heathrow to Helsinki, I highly recommend booking the long-haul aircraft, if available, just for the superior seat. But if that option wasn't available and I had to choose between Finnair's short-haul aircraft and British Airways Club Europe, I'd pick Finnair every single time. So thank you so much for watching and for the ongoing support, and if you haven't already subscribed, if you could hit the like button and subscribe, it really does make all the difference to the channel. See you again soon guys, and if you ever get a chance to try Finnair out or you have already flown with them, let me know in the comments.
Thank you very much for a great service. Cheers, thank you. Bye.